Support your Hobbit hobby.
Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to a very, very special video from the GBHL YouTube channel. As always, you're here with James.
And Jamie, and today we're reviewing the new Sourcebook! Yay!
The new Sourcebook, guys. Who's got it? Who's got it? Let us know if you've already picked it up. The Desolation of Smaug Sourcebook, the new Hobbit SBG releases. So as you can see, we're a little bit excited. We're like kids at Christmas. It nearly is Christmas.
Nearly is, yeah.
We've got a book full of things that we want to get for Christmas. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually release this as a series of videos, probably over the course of the week.
Yep.
And maybe release one per day.
Smaug week.
Smaug week. Smaug week. Sounds great, doesn't it? And it's going to be our initial insights on what we think about this book.
This release.
This whole release, yeah. It's very exciting. So, we've got the book with us here. We've got our healthy drinks to get through. And I think we're going to start off in this video going through some of our initial thoughts. Now, some of the other videos we are going to be covering the games in Mirkwood, so some of the new point scenarios, the woods.
Yeah, the woods, so like their effect on what we think tournaments might use, whether they're suitable for the GBHL League. The actual lists themselves, you know, with the new heroes that have been released, the new villains, the new troop types.
What we think of the models.
Yeah, the models themselves.
Some of the journey scenarios we'll go through as well.
And some of the extra stuff you get in here, such as the collectors' armies that have, you know, put forward their stuff to be seen, and what we think of them.
Yeah, I mean, so on initial reaction, when we saw that there was going to be a book coming out, what was your thoughts?
There's lots of speculation whether it was going to be, you know, a new big rule book or a journey book, source book, like the old Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the Kings. I thought it was going to be this. I couldn't imagine them bringing out another big book straight after a release, you know, with it only being a year.
Got all of the anti-games workshop people.
Oh yeah,
convinced it was
going to be another book that we'd have to spend £50 on. But Games Workshop have a strategy whereby they re-release a system typically every 4 years. Obviously Lord of the Rings didn't get that. They got War of the Ring and then the new source books.
Yeah.
But with it being only 1 year since they released that big rules book, it makes no sense, especially when you've still not sold out of, you know, your original starter sets yet.
It's interesting the effect that had, because I know that I didn't pick up a big rule book. I did get the little one from Escape from Goblin Town, which is great. But I didn't pick up a big rule book just because I didn't know what was going to be happening with this release, where we were going to get a big rule book that had
all the profiles in.
All the profiles in it. Yeah. So I think this is much, much better.
Yeah.
Now, it hasn't got tons of pages.
No,
so were you worried when you saw...
It's got about 67 pages, and when I picked it up at the store and I saw how thin it was, let's see if you can see how thin it is. I've sent it out of focus. But it is a very thin book. It's back. But just from like the first 5 minutes we spent flicking through it, there is tons of stuff in there.
You really are a flicker as well. I just say there was no structured order to the way Jamie was looking at this. So I was like making notes of how we were going to structure this video, and it's like, right, okay, so let's start off on page 38, and then let's move down to page 8, and then let's go back up to page 46.
It's just
like,
frantic,
come on, Jamie.
I need to read everything at once.
It's great. It's great that something like this can generate so much excitement for, you know,
for me,
for Jamie. I'm excited too. There's a couple of models in here that I cannot wait to get. In fact, we're looking forward to a phone call from Element Games, where we picked this up from today. We picked this up for £17.
Yes, yeah.
Which is a pretty good little discount there.
That's very good.
It's very, very, very good. How much is this normally?
£20.
£20.
Yeah.
So £17 is the
they
price.
might be actually cheaper than £17. I think it's £16 that they do 10% off at the till. Sorry, 20% off maybe.
Yeah.
I also bought some Blood for the Blood God technical paint and a Grill on Earth, so the total order came to about £20.
That's not too bad.
So
essentially, and I bought a couple of X-Wing miniatures.
So essentially, I got some paints for free when I bought this. If I'd have bought it
in
the shop. Was it Adam or Aaron?
Adam. Thank you very much, Adam. You're a really nice guy. We like Element Games. They're always in there. They're always busy at work when we're at the Northwest Gaming Centre.
Always got boxes of stock.
They are machines. Great guys to order from, and they tend to do a reasonable discount. And I think the best thing about it, they've always got stock.
Yeah.
They've always got stock.
Tons of it.
They are not sponsoring this video, by the way. I
No.
wish they were.
Yeah.
I wish we got this for free.
Yeah.
But £17, so that's the same price as the full price army books.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings army
Yeah.
books, yeah. So the same as the full price. So I think that we better get stuck in with our initial reactions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've looked at the size of the book. Actually, this is crammed full of content. It's a little bit deceiving, isn't it? Okay, it's gorgeous artwork.
Yeah.
Nearly bent it there. Gorgeous bit of artwork. Already getting us excited about what's inside.
What's to come in the film?
Yeah, I can't wait. We're booked in. We're going to be doing a movie review.
We are,
Is
yes.
it the first showing?
First showing on the Friday, 12:40.
I can't wait. We're going to go on a bit of a date.
Yeah. Watch the Hobbit extended edition beforehand.
He's gonna buy the popcorn,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do the whole thing. No.
But
No.
interestingly as well, as soon as we got this book, first thing we did was open it, and then both smelt it.
Yeah, that is true. The smell of the new book. It really was a moment. We went, smell of new book. Okay, so we're going to go straight in, and already we're seeing some of the pictures of the new miniatures. Now this is actually broken down into a table of contents, which we'll probably do our videos quite similar.
Yep.
So there is obviously the introduction, then we've got the journey continues, which goes into all of the different scenarios, which we're going to talk about in a separate video.
Yep, they're the ones from the film.
Yeah, and there are some miniatures which are specific to some of these, or
Yep.
one of these scenarios.
Barrels Out of Bond, where they're in the barrels floating down the river, that's a specific scenario called, quite originally, Barrels Out of Bond.
Woohoo! That was actually a chapter from
Yeah.
The Hobbit. That's actually a chapter, isn't it? In The Hobbit.
Most of them are.
So yeah.
Not the Battle of Brimble Dale, but
No.
that's the actual battle.
So we will do that as a separate. You right then, mate.
Yeah.
Do you want to go get a bin?
No, I'm good.
I've got one if you want. We'll probably do a video just on those journey scenarios, what we think about them, whether what
They're
you might need to
feasible.
do. Yeah, what you might need to do to make these feasible,
Yeah.
unless you are loaded. Not to give anything away yet. Also, the games in Mirkwood,
Mirkwood.
and this because there's some new rules for.
The trees, whether they're regular woods or whether they're like spider-infested woods or a haven for you, or poisonous, like dangerous woods.
Yeah, and we speculated what we thought this might be. And I think we've not looked at it yet, but I think it's probably going to be along the lines of what we want.
I think we'll probably throw them in with the games of the journey scenario because it's only a couple of pages long, that
And I think
section of the book.
that bit, the Mirkwood scenarios, is probably going to be one of the most important parts of this series because it's going to directly impact on tournament play.
Yeah, because there are 3 new point scenarios, and we'll discuss them in their own video.
And whether they're new scenarios or regurgitated.
Yes, regurgitate doesn't sound as nice.
It doesn't. Reconstitute. No, that doesn't sound nice either. Don't eat reconstitute.
Reused, recycled,
Repackaged.
repackaged.
No. Refurbished.
There you go.
If you can think of a better word. We're struggling.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go through that, and then there's some gallery stuff in here. So we'll talk about what we think about that. There's some painting.
Painting tips. It was just nice to see them back in the books. They used to be a huge part of the original journey books and source books. They'd have terrain masterclasses, and now they've got an heavy metal masterclass to show everything. I believe it's painting Gandalf the Grey, which is one of those models that everyone owns. Because
If you don't own a Gandalf the Grey, you've got plenty of choice.
do you even play?
There's so many. How many sculpts of Gandalf the Grey are there? There must be 20 odd. But he is the main. If you think about it,
he is the
main protagonist
yeah.
of everything. He makes everything happen. He really is he's anti-Sauron, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's the main hero.
Yeah.
And if you've not read Lord of the Rings, you realise that when you read it, especially the appendices and stuff. He's the man, the wizard.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go through the heroes and villains, which is probably the video that people want to
View the most,
because this is actually talking about some of the confirmed releases, what they look like, and their profiles, and how you guys can use them.
Yeah. Let's see what sort of lists they pop up in, and what sort of combos we reckon we might see for the cheesy power gamers that around the thing. Shades and Reavers over here.
I've never played with Shades and Reavers.
No, but
I'm
you
planning on it,
made
though.
the list and you bought everything.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So, shall we
I'm ready.
Should we
I think.
dive in somewhere, or should we just call the video here and they can watch the next video for?
Yeah, those are our initial reactions and sort of setting up the intro for what we're going to be doing for our review of the Desolation of Smaug. So join us on our next video, which is going to be talking about the journey scenarios.
Yes, that'll be tomorrow's video.
Happy strategy battle gaming, guys.